What is up, YouTubers and lovers of budget cars and bikes, and welcome to a very quick little dramatic video I'm going to make for you guys. This is a quick bonus to let you know what's going on with me. You probably know by now I've been buying salvage cars for the channel for the last few months, and we've had varying amounts of luck. I'll put a link up here to a couple that we've already done, and as I said, we've had some varying amounts of luck. And I actually did a Vauxhall Astra J a couple of months ago. That video's got up and coming as well, because this will come out before that one does. A little white one that should actually be coming out in a few days time, unless it's already been out, in which case ignore everything I said. Anyway, so this came up this weekend, literally 48 hours ago, and was delivered today as a category N with 76,000 miles. A little 2013 Vauxhall Astra 1.6 petrol SRI. Beautiful car. In the pictures it looked great. Same sort of spec interior wise obviously as the white one. Can't really get in there, but we'll have a little look. And according to the pictures, all it really had was a front end bump, and so I started pricing up bits and bobs here and there just to see how much I needed to spend, etc, etc. The first thing I noticed as it arrived today is, you will probably notice straight down the side of there, which wasn't highlighted in the pictures, is this bloody great scratch all the way down here, all the way down here, and all the way down here. So I didn't kind of budget for that, plus a punctured tyre, which wasn't mentioned, it wasn't shown, I had no idea about it. And of course, as you can imagine, that did piss me off ever so slightly. Let's have a little look in the back of this as well. Interior wise at the back, lovely, just like the white one, great stuff. And interior wise at the front, same sort of story. Bit of a stain in the seat. We can get that out, we know, from when we did the BMW, which I'm linking up here somewhere. When I did the BMW, cleaned those seats, they came out lovely. But as you can see, beautiful interior, SRI, so it's 115 horsepower. It doesn't hang about. It's got that beautiful red accent interior light as well, which we really do like. Now, as I said, I bought this and I knew that it had a front end impact, and I knew it probably needed a new slam panel, and it probably needed, well, it did need new bumper, new bonnet, knew about that. And apart from that, that was pretty much it. So I started pricing up parts. It arrived today, and I gotta tell you guys, this could be the end of it when it comes to me buying salvage cars, because this has really pissed me off. I knew it needed that wing, not a huge problem. I knew it needed the front bumper. That wasn't a great big surprise. I knew it needed the front bonnet as well. I mean, look at the state of this thing. This was my big job, as it were, in that respect. I knew I was going to get into something a little bit beyond what I'd done before, but I wanted the challenge. The first thing I noticed, this dirty great big crack all the way up through the windscreen in there. That should have been mentioned. That really should have been mentioned in the listing. It wasn't. Then we get in underneath here. I mean, as you can see, this bonnet is mullered. We get in underneath here. This is the top of the slam panel here. I could see it had been pushed in. What they didn't show me, let me just get this up here and then we'll get a better look. What they didn't tell me was this. Now, bearing in mind, this is a category N cosmetic damage. Look at the state of that chassis leg. That has been absolutely, if you compare it to this one over here, which is straight all the way up, that has been absolutely mullered all the way in there. You can see how bent it is, how creased it is. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do about that. I can't show you much more, but it looks like, because the engine mount is in there and it goes all the way back, it looks like it could even be an engine out job just to change that chassis leg. I don't know. It is way beyond my remit. This actually doesn't look too bad behind here. Obviously I can't pull it forward because it's all attached to that bloody chassis leg. I mean, I can't do anything. But there are a couple of bolts here, so I'm wondering, I just don't know. As I said, guys, this is way beyond my bloody skill level. Just close that down. Way beyond my skill level, and I'm really pissed off. You may be able to see even better there. If I stand back a bit, you'll see what I'm talking about with that chassis leg just in here. The bumper I knew about, the bonnet I knew about, the light I knew about. This light over here, yeah, that looks like it's pretty mullered as well. It's brilliant. But, just be aware, don't make the same mistakes as I made. I mean, you can't go and view these cars. This is the problem, because of COVID. As I said, I knew about the bumper, I knew about the bonnet, and I knew about the wing. I figured that was probably about it, and the light. As it's turned up, that chassis leg, I mean, you can see there, maybe a little more even, how bad that is. And the scratches all the way down the bloody side here, look. On the wing here, all the way down the side there, that great big smack in the bloody windscreen there, which I'm sure they're supposed to tell you about, and the engine management light being on, which I'm bloody sure they're supposed to tell you about. So this is just a quick heads up. You know, if you can't go and view these cars, I'd hang on. I'm not going to buy anything now until I can actually physically go and view this. I did wonder why nobody else bid on this car. Now, bearing in mind, I paid 1,800 quid out the door and delivered for my white one that turned up, which is essentially the same car, although it was a diesel. This was £1,000, £1,010. Nobody bid on this car. And you're not telling me that somebody didn't have a phone call to say, look, Dave, John, Bob, whatever it was, don't bid on this car. It's completely shagged. You know, if people weren't going to view these cars, why did nobody bid on this? You know, it's crazy. I'm the only person that bid on this car, and I can see why now. It's completely shagged. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I've got a guy coming around who fixed my Ford KA. He's going to have a little look at it, see what he can do, if it can be fixed. If not, because it was only, well, it was 1,200 quid delivered. So worst case scenario, it is a 1.6 SRI engine. I could probably get 500 or 600 quid for that easy enough. I could get a couple of hundred quid for the wheels because they're 17-inch alloys. I could probably get a couple of hundred quid for the interior, another couple of hundred quid for the rear bumper, rear tailgate and the doors. You know, so I'll get my money back, but just be careful. The other thing, of course, is there's difference in the colour. There's something not quite right about that bloody rear bumper, isn't there? Has that been replaced already? Was this white? It was cat end. I mean, was that the problem at the back? And that front one's a new one that hasn't been classed. Because when I rang them up, they said, well, we don't class them, mate. You know, it's as simple as that. We're not the insurance company. The insurance company are the ones who class the cars. They classed it as a cat N, and they're not actually viewing the cars. He admitted that. He said they're not viewing the cars at the moment to classify them cat N, cat S, cat whatever. They're doing it off the pictures, and he said they don't take the bumpers off. And as you can see, there is no way. This is as it arrived to me. If he'd have seen the pictures and they'd have showed him that, the insurance assessor would have said cat S, definitely, because of that. It's a structural, it's shagged. Look at it, it's a structural part of the car. Cat N, cosmetic, I don't bloody think so. And he said that, you know, they won't take the bumper off, rather, to categorise what's going on behind it. They didn't need to. As you can see, it is plain to see for everybody what's going on down there. I think they took a picture like this, like the one that was on the website, showed it to the insurance assessor guy, and he said, oh, it's a cat N. And that was me shagged, wasn't it? Anyway, that's pretty much it for today. I'm going to post this up just as a quick bonus video. My advice, go and view them, you know, unless it's an obvious cat N. I took a chance on this, and I really am kind of regretting it, because I mean, look at that. That is a lot of work, and way beyond just replacing a wing, isn't it? I mean, that's 200 quid to do the windscreen. I reckon it could cost anywhere up to £1,000 to fix that front end, and that doesn't even include new bonnet. You know, this could be a £2,000 fix, and the car's probably worth 3 to 3.5. There's no money in it. I'd be better off, if I had to, I'd be better off parting this out, literally sell the wheels, sell the engine, sell the interior, all the doors and the boot and the bumper, sell it all off. I'd probably make my 1,200 quid back quite easily. But such a shame, because it's a nice car, or it could be. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, consider subscribing and keep up to date with what I'm up to next. And if you do subscribe, obviously you'll find out exactly what did happen with this. As I said, I'll keep you updated and let you know exactly what happened with this, because I've got a guy coming around to price it up later on. And I've sent emails to Synetic and to the Salvage company that I bought this from to see if they can help, if they're going to do anything. They've pretty much indicated they're not going to do bugger all. But as I said, if you want to find out what happened to this, subscribe and like the video, and I should have an update for you sometime in the next couple of weeks. All right, guys, just a quick bonus video. Take care.